Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm going to be weighing some Shadowless blister packs, and I'm going to reweigh my first edition blister pack. Before I do that, I want to show you something I bought. Bought this the other day. I bought two of them, but both they had. Check out this anime shirt that I bought. Isn't she pretty cool? Pretty hot? Anyway, I just want to show you that. So here's what's going on, right? So the other day, I bought one of these outside of eBay. This is the second one I bought, because I bought one last year, and this is it. Okay, so the seller I paid $825 for this. Okay, last year I bought this one and I paid $900 for it, and this is what it weighed last year. 33.3. Okay, and that's been in climate controlled place. All this stuff's been in climate controlled place, but this one I just got in. The seller told me it was 34 grams. Okay, that's what he said. He said it was 34 grams, and he showed me a photo of it sitting on the scale. So I got two scales here, and I put the calibrated 50-gram weight on them, and they read pretty damn close to 50. That scale I've used a couple times. This one's brand new out of the box, so that's pretty damn close too. So let's weigh this one that I just got. Make sure this doesn't do anything here. 33.7. Now it's changed a little bit. It was like 33.6 something when I first took it out of the box. It came from Washington, so I don't know if it's like drier out there or moisture or whatever. So I got 33.72 on the one scale. I'm gonna write this down. And I got 33.67 on the other. I'm going to take this off of here because it's moving as I'm writing, because it's just a teeny piece of paper. Now it should stick and not move. Okay, so 33.67. Okay, that's the difference in the scale. So let me take that one out. Let's see what it weighs. 33.28. And where's that piece? Where's that plastic at? Here it is. So that's pretty close to what it was last year. 33.3, 33.27. So let's put it over here on this one. 33.27. So that's identical to both of them. I was talking to my friend, and he says I should invest into a weight that's not 50, but like 30 or 40 to see how close these scales are on a calibrated weight. So anyway, so that's that. Let me get out the first edition one. I want to show you something on the first edition about long crimp versus short crimp. See how it's different? Like this crimp here is long. It's longer than this, see? And also, like on this one, the little lines are farther apart, where these are squeezed together. So apparently this is called long crimp if this was a shadowless. If this wasn't first edition, if I like put my finger over here and covered it up, and these were both shadowless, this is a long crimp and this is a short crimp, okay, if they were shadowless. And apparently the long crimp, you're guaranteed to get a shadowless cards out of this one. These you're not guaranteed, but I've seen almost everybody I've seen on YouTube open them up. gets the shadow cards out of them, but you're not guaranteed it. So in my opinion, if you're going to buy one of these blister packs, try to buy a heavy one, which is what I did. Try to buy one for 34 grams is what it said. But as you can see, I did not get 34 grams. I got basically 0.3 less than that on average. That's huge. That could be the difference. Like, I would say a 34 gram pack is guaranteed to get heavy. 3.6, that's in the middle zone. But something like this that's 33.3, that's probably guaranteed to be light. So here's the first edition pack that I've done a video of. These things are insanely expensive. They're like $12,000 to $15,000 now. And those are the cheapest prices. You can pay a lot more for it. So I just weighed this one too before I started this video. And it actually went up in weight. And this has been in a safe. You know, a gun safe. So this one weighed... Here's what it weighed. I paid $5,000 for this a year ago, and it's basically doubled or tripled in value. So here's what it weighed last year, and here's what it weighed just now. So I'll weigh it again, but this time on camera. First edition. Look at that. 33.94. 33.96. Now I've been told like these cardboard blisters can gain a little bit of weight because of moisture. That's what I saw people talking about. So apparently maybe it did. But even still, this was in the sort of heavy zone. Like 33.6, 33.7, that's like getting into the heavy territory. And now that it's reading 34 grams, that's definitely in the heavy territory. And you can say, well, it's not really that. It's somewhere in between. Like, yeah, that's right. But that's definitely in the heavy territory of a pack. Versus something that's more in the mid-range or low to mid-range. So I'm feeling pretty damn good that this is a heavy pack that I spent $5 on. So I might have got lucky with that one. Because imagine if that had a Charizard in it. You know, a hollow foil shiny card. Charizard, right? What's that, $500,000? Like a graded 9, 10, something like that. And they're extremely expensive. Now, these, I looked on eBay, a Charizard graded 9, and that's what you have to go by. Okay? Maybe a graded 9 first edition is $300,000. I forget. Okay? But it's in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. So anyway, if you get a Charizard, which is right here, out of this pack, and it's a Shadowless, okay, and it's graded 9, the cheapest one I saw on eBay was like $5,000, okay, and you're saying, well, that's only a 9, you could get a 10. Well, you're probably not going to get a 10, because PSA is a piece of shit company, and it's up to human mood. These people are just so anal. They'll use anything not to give you a 10. I really don't like PSA. You can send it to Beckett and maybe you get a 9.5, okay? But you're not guaranteed to get a 10 if you send it into PSA. So I never like to use other YouTubers like, oh, I pulled a card out. It's worth $50,000. Yeah, if it's a 10, go ahead and send it in and see what you get. Bet you're not going to get a 10. You're probably going to get a 9, okay? That's just how it is. So you should always use the 9 as a price point, because you're going to get a 9. You're not going to get an 8, okay, if it comes straight out of a pack. Unless you get hit by lightning and something happened on the assembly line when it was made 20 years ago and you got unlucky, you know, and you might get a crappy card. I pulled cards out of packs that were brand new, out of booster boxes, that looked like they were kicked on the floor and somebody stepped on them. They were so bad, okay? That could happen, but generally it's not going to happen, you know? So anyway, so you have to base the fact that you could pull a $5,000 card out of this pack. And that's going to set the price point of these packs. Some people are selling them for $1,200 or $1,500. But right now, people are not having a lot of money because it's Christmas. They're spending money on other things. And I got this one for $825. But it doesn't weigh as much as I want it to weigh. Because it was supposed to weigh 34 and it only weighs, once again, it only weighs this much. So put in the comments, what do you think I should do? I messaged the seller, should he give me some money off? Should I ask him? I asked him, did he send me the wrong pack because he had more than one? Is his scale off by that much? Maybe he, because you can calibrate the scales with these weights. If your scale's reading off, you're supposed to put this on there and push some buttons according to the instructions, and it will make the scale calibrated. So maybe his scale wasn't calibrated, And here's how they make them. What they do is they make this, and then when they want to remove weight, they drill the bottom out and remove material until it gets to 50 grams, which you saw my scales are reading both of that. So anyway, put in the comment sections, what do you think I should do? Because I'm sort of up in the air. I mean, it's a pretty good price. It's not what it should be. It's lower than that. But he's out in Washington, so I'm wondering if there's something to do with the humidity out there, or the difference in the scale. Like if this was like 33.8, 33.9, I'd be like, that's fine. But like, we're even a step below that. So I'm gonna see what he says. I'm probably gonna keep the pack, because if it is shadowless, and there's still a chance it could be a heavy, even though it's reading a little bit lighter than what he said it was, probably gonna keep it. Or maybe, have him refund a little bit of money. I'm going to see what he says, but I just don't think it's worth it to cause a commotion and send it back because it's off a little bit. Anyway, I want to do a video about all the wings, and I want to do a video on the difference between these packs, with the crimps. Here's the one I bought last year, and here's the really expensive base, first edition base. And you can see the difference in the crimp, Here's what they look like in the back. So, anyway, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and put in the comments what do you think I should do. What would you do if you got a pack in that weighs less? Okay, because what we're talking about is if this doesn't have a shiny in it, a hollow, foil, whatever you want to call it, because it weighs less. I mean, it makes a total difference on how much money I would spend buying this. Because I thought, here's what my thought was. If I buy a heavy pack of these shadowless, and for some reason the cards in it are not shadowless, at least I got a shiny foil hollow card in there because it was heavy. But if it's not heavy, and it doesn't have the long crimp, there's a chance I could just have regular cards with no hollow in there. No shiny, no foil. Which would be the worst case scenario. The best case would be if it has shadowless cards in it, and you get a shiny hollow foil card. That would be the best case scenario. And you're probably wondering, why is this shadowless? It's because it says trading card game here and tradable game cards. The regular non-shadowless, like the unlimited edition, has this written up here, and these words are different. That's the difference. This will be up here. It'll be written up here, and it says different things like it'll say additional cards. Like here's one here, see? This Neo. See what it says? It'll have it up here, trading card game, and down here it'll say additional cards. That's the difference between shadowless and the regular unlimited. Hope you understand. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. Talk to you later.